And we're live.
We are live. Time to press start. It's not start though. It's 3 lines. What are those buttons called? System?
Yeah.
Something like God, it's fucking terrible. Why can't we just like I'm like 99% sure that like there's no copyright on start and select.
No, because they were all called start and select up until like recently.
Yeah, I feel
the
like
last couple generations.
you should just always call it. I think like Xbox is the first one to really fuck it up by putting the black and the white button.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
But no, they still had the other.
Yeah, they had back. It was start and back.
Yeah.
But then that was still kind of reminiscent of start and select.
Right. It was still like we're keeping it with very simple terms. Here.
Right, but then they added something like a curveball, which was red and white buttons or black and white buttons, and it's
well,
like
they were just adding.
No,
those became the left.
But that gave everyone.
Right
that I know, but that's a good. Bless you. That's a good evolution because then Sony was like, "Yo, I got L1 and R1 and L2 and R2." But yeah, when you start off, when you're just like, oh, here's a wacky ass button, Nintendo's like, I'll show you fucking wacky, bitch. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be allowed to be wacky.
Hey, did you want a button to take a screenshot?
Look, I mean, for certain people, like, I'm listening to podcasts and they're like, that's like one of the greatest things ever. And it's like, yeah, you're in the media.
I guess.
For you, no, I mean, for them it would be fucking perfect. Like, imagine if we had like an actual fan base, and you were playing a game. Just at home, you're playing Red Dead and something funny happened, and yeah, you could just boom, hit that screenshot, throw it up on derogatory dialogues, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and everything else with one hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's see what old boy has to say.
So in other words,
man, so obviously it's not Hero. The game just doesn't just give you the answer ever. Especially these guys never just give you the answer. This is breadcrumb trail number 1.
Right. Listen.
Like I think it's like him instead.
It's him?
Yeah. I mean, he's unaccounted for in my eyes.
Yeah, but
he just keeps the fact that he keeps hammering this point home. Like he's really trying to drill it in your brain that like, hey, this is only a dumb person would do this. I'm too smart for this. I would never do this. Only a dumb person would do this.
Yeah, but that's also a dumb thing to do.
Well, he thinks you're dumb.
Yeah,
he thinks everyone here is dumb.
I don't know if he'd ever take the risk of anyone potentially being just a little bit smarter than he.
I mean, he took the risk of stringing up a body to spice things up.
Well, yeah. He's crazy.
Yeah, but he could again, like we could have failed. And,
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he gave us the wrong clues.
What? I see. That's enough.
Damn.
Goodbye.
Yeah, because that wouldn't be fun.
Then he wouldn't feel superior to you.
Wait, what about you? Why? Yeah. Got coins?
Because we get more coins now.
So, But...
So, look around in each other's mouths with our tongues.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get like a little truth bullet. Yo, the door was locked.
Not until you go discover why.
Oh, okay.
So then.
Yeah. I always accept your help, Sakura.
You're the best. You're one of my favorites here. Excellent.
Okay.
Robo Justice.
Fucking Robo Justice.
I want to get this game soundtrack to play at work.
Liar. Everyone's so suspicious except for
Saxophone
Sakura.
there.
Yeah. So the question is, was the announcement for this one or for the other one?
Right, because it played again once
Yeah.
everyone got in here.
Yeah, once everyone's here, it played a second time. So one of them wasn't dead when we found them, but then became dead.
Yeah.
So whose body was in here?
This the nurse's office?
No, this is the equipment room. So Taka was in here.
Yes.
Okay, so then Hifumi kills Taka, fakes his own death, drags Taka's body away, but then someone else gets him.
Okay.
Cause like we said, like Hifumi's body, there was no drag marks, so it's like he just got up, or he was gently picked up. But Taka's, there are drag marks, so he was dead. So he got moved physically. So that's how I assume Hifumi got up,
Yeah.
dragged Taka's body to wherever the two of them are currently dead, and then someone got Hifumi there. I don't know who though. They keep saying hero, but again, why are you guys softballing this to me?
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
That's too easy.
Repository. That's where we are.
However,
Cool. Thanks for the recap. That actually works great for us because we've been
Yeah.
gone.
Little gap since the last time we played, so
That way it doesn't have handles.
weird.
Ah, so that's how Hifumi moved Taka's body.
Or how someone moved Hifumi.
No, Hifumi didn't have to be moved. Remember?
I know.
Hifumi gets up.
I'm making a counterpoint to your argument in stating that that's how there'd be no drag marks from Hifumi's body because you rolled it onto the dolly and then used that to move him. No drag marks.
So
'cause
he
you
was
rolled
killed.
Killed him?
Oh, okay. All right. Wait. So before we continue, then give me your theory. Then
I'm saying.
from start to finish, how does your theory go?
So it would be the inverse of your, or actually, so Taka's light enough to drag. So he was dragged away from his position.
Wouldn't that leave a trail though?
Well, no, because if you, like, I'm not saying you dragged him the whole way, but, like, he's light enough that you, like, might be picking up to carry him. You know what I mean? So you might drag the body there a bit, trying to get him situated up to carry him.
Okay.
But Hifumi's big.
Yes.
So he needs to be put on a dolly.
Yeah.
So the murderer killed both of these people to cause as much confusion as possible to introduce as many suspects as possible. But he moved the bodies, and that's how they killed. Like, so he killed Taka. He's light enough to be carried, but Hifumi, he used that dolly to move him.
Now here's my only question: how come there was a delay in the announcements?
Maybe, like, one of them wasn't dead yet, and he finished the job, and now you guys all found him.
Okay. Ooh, there's a bloodstain on it.
Or, ooh, they wheeled Taka. They fucked up with Taka and wheeled it through it.
Yeah, that's why the drag marks are there.
Yeah.
Maybe they just threw like Hifumi's body on there, and then Taka's body on top of that.
I mean, it is a dolly meant to move statues.
Exactly. It could definitely carry the weight of two human beings, two adolescent boys.
Yeah, even if one of them is a big fat fatty.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, truth bullet! Get. Oh, what else can I look at? I forgot I can just do that. Alright.
Mallets.
Mallets? The Justice Hammers have been designed using these as models? No, they probably were the actual things they used.
Because the ones that are missing.
Yeah. Chalky stone powder. It's wet, like it was cleaned. And maybe the job was maybe Hifumi wasn't dead, or Taka wasn't dead.
They had to finish.
And then to finish him off with that one, when they got the body here, they're like, "Oh, he's alive!" So they grabbed that one, hit him, and then washed it off real quick and put it back.
Yep.
Okay.
Spotless hammer.
Ooh, no spots. Mr. Clean would be very proud.
Good to know there's a water softener here.
What's up, Taka? He'll never move again.
Yeah, well, technically he'll move not of his own volition, but that body will be moved.
There's a tarp laid out under his body. Okay.
They fucked up with the dolly. Big old dum-dum.
Feel his big, cold body. It's a big body. It's a real big.
Ooh. I didn't
Yeah, how does it
think
go
the
up and down
floors-
stairs?
How? Yeah, I didn't think the floors.
That changes a lot.
Yeah, there's no elevators
Yeah.
that I've seen.
Smells different. He was found face down in the nurse's office. Oh, no, he wasn't.
His face. Oh, his glasses.
Okay, so my theory is looking a little bit better.
Yeah, he cleaned his glasses
So you could see. Well, I don't think there's anything else in here I can look at.
Every time talking body, the mallets, both people.
anything. Maybe back from inside. So he hid in there, I guess?
Somebody did.
Either Hifumi or the third unknown person.
Right.
Alright. Oh, nope, wrong button. Where's that nurse's office?
First floor.
Oh, I guess I can go to the room then.
Let me go talk to Crazy.
Oh, I have to go through here.
Do you? She's in the physics lab?
No, I have to go through. I have to go to the back door. So crazy bones.
She's inside you!
What?
And I keep thinking I'm watching South Park.
She's dead though.
Tire mark.
Tire mark. Okay, so then Hifumi took the dolly from here to there.
Yeah.
So it's on the same floor.
Because Goose couldn't move Taka's body.
Yeah, he's fat and weak.
Yeah. Which makes me think Hero would be able to move him. Unless, well, here's the thing.
I still think Hero just got his ass in the room. Because, technically he was still alive for a minute.
Like, that's what I'm saying is I'm wondering what if Hero just happened to, like, look at the situation and go,
Yeah,
this might be an easy way out.
That's what I think what happened. I think what happened was he caught Hifumi moving we're just assuming Hero for now. Whoever the person is. They caught Hifumi moving the body and then was like got with the hammer in the repository, and then they cleaned it off thinking like, well, it'll just look like they killed each other.
Right.
What is? So wait, it's the same tarp that was used, that was in the other room, but they're not gonna let me like acknowledge it.
Which one?
He's like, oh, this blue tarp, I saw it recently. It's the blue tarp that was under Taka's body in the room, but they apparently don't care.
Well, that seems pretty normal for this game. You're not acknowledging something the right way. You have to acknowledge it their way, Dave.
I guess so. God damn it. So first floor you said is the nurse's office? Okay. That's the store. Oh, there it is.
The first aid box.
Heart doors. Make sure you're feeling okay. We love you. So, girl. With your crazy eyes. This and that.
Let's see. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Hifumi moved himself.
Yep. Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you for your truth bullet. Wait, what's that behind you? A glasses cleaning cloth. And it has the chubby princess thing on it.
Oh. Huh?
I think it might be important.
You do know the answer to this. You just...
Feigning ignorance. Damn you, Makoto.
What's over on the other side here? Oh, excuse me. Snuck up on me.
Got your ass.
Yeah. Cabinet. Doesn't really matter right now.
Don't tell me about what matters and what doesn't. I want to look at everything. Hey, a drink. Oh, that's where he
Ooh.
got all the blood to pour on his head.
Yeah, until it actually got caved in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we got 3 coins there.
Nice.
And you gonna leave it at that? Alright, no, you got a bunch of blood in here. Okay, whatever.
We're piecing it together for some other section.
Yes, indeed.
Because there's those one places where we like have to fill in the blank or
Right.
something.
Indeed.
So. Because this one feels more like we're exiting more of the tutorial shit now.
Right.
This one's a little more buck wild.
It's all clear now. Goodbye.
Great, Dick. Oh.
Yeah, that way. Is the end.
Here?
No. In.
Oh.
In the upper corner. Yeah, just use the arrow to go to the end.
Yeah.
Navigate via the blue triangle in 2D map.
It's the easiest way to do it.
And then go to Crazy Hair Boy's room.
There it is. That was a very stupid face.
Big crazy hair. Nope.
I know, I'm trying to turn. It's slow. It's not my fault.
It's so slow.
Just caught the corner. Oh, he's dead. Be awesome.
That'd be hysterical.
I don't think it really works that way, but hey, you know.
Actually, he's the suspect in a murder.
Yeah, you ain't no cop.
Citizen's arrest.
You ain't no citizen, you a student. Robo justice. Okay, so Hifumi was trying to frame Hero.
Okay.
So
we
who-
still gotta find Hero though. To
I
figure
get
out
it, but
what
again,
he's up
that's
to.
now that I see this stuff here, that's what he was trying to do. He was
Okay.
trying to frame Hero.
Okay.
So who killed Hifumi?
Fair.
That's the question. Because why would he have this stuff? And look how shitty the handwriting is. It's not as good as
Yep.
Hero's.
Nope. That's Fumi for sure. Ooh,
Weird
wait.
shit. What?
The plot thickens.
Huh.
Who could Hifumi be trying to throw himself on the sword for someone?
Why? Like, someone killed Taka?
Like he either maybe he didn't kill Taka, but he's like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, someone killed Taka's, and he
he's
was
that
like,
subservient.
I mean, it would be Celeste then.
She's the one who's grabbed by Robo Justice and got away.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. Also because
She's the one who took
she was the
Hina
one,
out of the room.
and she was the one
Instead of keeping
who,
her in the nurse's office, the place where if you felt sick, it's probably easiest to take care of you.
and she was the one who was always seeing the shadowed person and directing us in directions to keep us away from where Hifumi was.
Yeah.
You're right. It's Celeste, 100%, hands down, nailed it. You're right. That's how this happened. I don't know if Hifumi killed Taka.
Right.
That seems like a good call, but
Doesn't matter.
at the very least, you're right. I think Celeste is,
Yeah.
is our murderer.
It doesn't matter if who did that because they're both dead. Celeste is the important one. She's
Yeah.
the one trying to graduate.
Exactly.
Checking his bathroom.
Yep. The last place to check. That's everything?
Great, he's a dirty hippie.
Okay, yeah, great. So I guess the only thing I needed was that box.
Yeah.
Ah. What?
Just a second.
What?
Okay.
Did they knock him out and put him in the suit?
And then throw his ass in the pool.
Alright,
If that was the case, I feel like Monokuma would be like, case closed, see ya, no trial. Why? Don't have anybody to kill, would be boring.
And bored.
I mean,
I've had the worst day.
huh? Oh, hey, huh?
Was the Illuminati. Okay, so yeah, Hero's definitely, unfortunately,
A complete fucking idiot.
yeah, innocent in all things. Let's see what Murderer has to say.
Yeah. Keep selling it, bitch.
Yeah.
You gonna give us any clues right now?
The ridiculous object.
Yep.
I'll ask her for details. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, why would he be in the locker?
Don't be mean.
Caress my face.
Well,
Oh, God. Come on, Batman.
It's nothing.
Wow.
Hey.
All right. Moody.
And?
I mean,
Oh, so yeah, he was knocked out.
Yeah,
He's drugged or some shit. Yeah.
huh?
That one
Let
close.
me out of here!
Oh, he's stuck.
Yeah, he doesn't. He probably can't move to get to things.
You got it all wrong.
No, it was designed so he couldn't take it off.
Yeah.
So he'd be more suspicious.
Yeah, in case he woke up.
Let's see.
Derp-a-der. Which means
He wouldn't have enough time to put it even on. Couldn't class. If you can't reach the class, you couldn't put it on yourself. You'd have to have help.
Celeste.
Yeah. Unless it was like this was like a three-way triangle between Hero, Celeste.
What's
And-
Hero getting out of it?
I don't know. Cause look, they did make it a point to talk about accomplices in this.
Yeah.
Like before this, so like,
There can only be one accomplice.
no, there could be more than one,
Oh.
but there would be no point to it.
Right. But like, why? Yeah.
So then,
I don't know. I still think he's being framed. He's just dumb. He's just Goku.
Not cool, Goku.
honestly, is that okay?
Man, you were overselling it.
Could it be?
Yeah, but even like Rich Boy said, like this is a trap.
Yeah.
Like he knows it wasn't Hero.
Yeah, but for some reason he has
That's
to play everything
terrible.
coy.
Yeah, makes it more interesting. Bleh.
Just the worst.
What? What?
That's right.
Hmm.
What the heck?
His penmanship is too nice to have done the writing on blueprint.
Yeah, this is a slam dunk, guys. I don't know all the small details, but this is a slam dunk.
What are you saying?
We've been dunking on you fools this whole game, so don't worry about it. You've thrown us a few loops, but we've been dunking on you pretty hard.
What the heck?
Well, wait a second. The costume never even moved around, did anything. He's always been in the costume.
Yeah, they probably just
They
put
staged the photo.
they staged the photo
Okay.
because he can't even move, so they just like positioned his unconscious body inside of it and took a picture.
Huh. See, look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on.
And of course, Hifumi designed it specifically to your specifications.
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
So then again, how would you be able to carry someone around if you couldn't even bend at the waist?
How could you hit somebody with a hammer properly? How could you hit someone with enough force with a hammer to do any substantial damage if you can't move your body?
Right.
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right?
Or they told him that like they were taking this picture for like a website or some dumb shit, and he played along.
He is an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems
He said he got
pretty
caught up
clear
in the
that
moment.
Nobody but Hero could
So
fit
that
into this
picture,
dumb
he was probably
costume.
fooled into taking it, thinking it was for something else.
Yeah.
Ah. Just a second.
But
Honestly.
what the heck?
Just the worst.
Shut it.
That's terrible.
I don't like fast forward through all this because it's all bullshit.
But just in case.
What?
Also, Hina, you're so dumb.
Great. All right, murderer, what do you got to say?
Oh. Hmm.
I mean, look, that's a whole different mystery.
Then perhaps
the heck? What?
Just the worst.
Please? Huh? How about that?
So then,
I'm at least 30% right.
Oh God. Yeah, the
Correct.
computer did it. I see. That's unfortunate.
I'm glad that his soundbite for that was "I'm at least 30% right."
Which,
Was
okay,
that
the
somebody
30%
did it.
is no. The 30% is that you guys that those two were fighting over it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the 30% you were right on.
What the heck?
Oh, so then. Hey.
Just the worst.
No, it's true.
so
Might not be drugged. It might be knocked out. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's his office chemicals. Nailed it.
Ah,
Yeah. Look, dum dum. You have no room to talk, but he is also very dumb.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
ah.
Don't be mean.
Just a second.
Of course, it was taken
No
from you.
way.
Ah.
It wouldn't leave evidence behind.
Please.
Wasn't that obvious evidence, anyways?
Yeah. God, I'm gonna love to see how fucking smug you are as you die.
I can't wait. Not that, but I can't wait to see her when she gets down to that point where she can't defend herself anymore. She's just broke. I want to see what her broke version is.
What the heck?
Ah,
Just the worst.
please.
What are you saying?
You're gonna feel real dumb after this, Hina.
What?
I feel like it's not an unusual situation for her.
Yeah, that's true. But I think a lot of times when she should feel dumb, I bet she doesn't feel dumb.
True.
Because she's too dumb.
That's why she spends a lot of time swimming.
They should call him Genocide Jack. They didn't call her Genocide Jill.
I know, it's weird. They've always said Jack. The characters always say Jack, but the name in the game is Jill. Like the character header.
That's dumb. Well, bye.
Makoto. It would seem
Then you would near the wall.
why is that?
Then I'm not helping you.
Anyway,
I would straight up tell her no.
You would. If you're a person that's like, listen,
Quid pro quo,
you keep being
motherfucker.
transactional, so we're being transactional.
Here we go. You spill the beans, then I help you.
shall we go?
I got another choice,
Hey.
little bitch.
Correct. Hey,
Yes, ultimate detective.
anyway,
You're gonna make me actually run there?
But you can travel.
Yeah, but that's not much faster. 'Cause it's so
You gotta go all the way to
unresponsive.
like the 3rd floor. There. I'm guessing that's the closest you can get to this game's This layout makes no sense.
Look, like I said, I think this was like a DS game or some shit, so it would make perfect sense.
No. I'm saying the layout of this actual building and like the building.
Well, yeah, well, it's 'cause it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a crazy Japanese anime game.
So then,
Or is she uncomfortable around lesbians?
I knew it.
The sight of the bodies.
So what's up, girl?
I see.
What'd you find?
Hey,
No.
whew.
Actually, if you were speaking to me, the
The answer
player,
would be yes.
yes.
So then,
So he was dead for a while?
He died at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no. Well, 6 o'clock. You don't know if that's AM or PM.
Well, PM, I think we were all still doing stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he got then.
No, I think the group was still doing stuff the day previous.
that's right.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, it had to be 6
In
AM.
other words, however,
There's always a last thing, and last clue to give in death.
Yeah.
Makoto,
Listen, if you're getting murdered in this circumstance,
Because-
it is kind of incumbent on you to make sure this gets figured out.
How about you don't get got, bitch?
If you're getting got in that moment, you know it's too late. You best figure out how to make sure that not everyone else gets
No,
got.
you
for
better
your
get
mistake.
you better get them back as you're getting got. Fuck them. Leave the mystery.
Hey,
Make
this
sure
is
that
just-
motherfucker stops breathing.
See the sexist bullshit right there?
No, look, it's not that it's being sexist. It's that she's using sexism to her advantage. I'm a weak little girl. I couldn't possibly do that. You pry the dead dude's hand open and get what I want.
Listen here, Ultimate Detective.
She's doing it on purpose. Ugh, not even a whole one. Good job, stupid.
hey. Is that right? So then,
Taka's scrap of paper. One hand. Do 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 do. He wasn't dead, bro. Yeah, he did.
You just gotta probably talk to her again.
indeed. That's right. Indeed. Why is that?
Not like his socks or something. Dude, you're misprioritizing what.
Hey,
They'll never forgive you.
Weird.
Oh, so there's Hero's Note.
Yep.
so
So they wait. Is that the note he just took off of Hero then when he came down there?
Well, Hero describes the note that's found.
Or
however,
I'm saying did Taka get like the same one?
Yeah. True.
So that's how they lured both of them down there to get what they needed from them.
I'm guessing. That makes the most sense.
Oh yeah, because I don't
They
think they said
won.
Monokuma can't find out.
Yeah, no, he did say that. I do remember.
Oh, the
that.
time is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
This 1 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Is that right? So,
And Taka's watch stopped working at 6. That's when he died.
hey. So then,
And look, this is not like this isn't a mystery for children right now. Like this specific one
Yeah, no.
is like, yo, he's holding the corner
Hey.
of that one.
What's up, Muro?
Hey, you have no clue what's going on, do you?
I think he's caught some parts of this.
If not, buckle up for chapter 3 of Nonsense Town.
Yeah, because this is silly time.
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your obvious, not even a foreshadow, it's just literally just a statement.
Yep.
Yo, it's gonna be important, bro. Yeah, I guess always keep that in mind. Oh, ding dong, bing bong. Time for bear
Trial?
trials.
Celeste, you dirty bitch.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door
You
on
mean
the first
get
floor
taken
of
there?
the school.
What are you doing?
See you
What are you
soon!
doing?
It would seem. Shall we go?
Alright, well, yeah. Slam dunk. Got this one. Celeste, you going down, bitch.
I hope.
Not, dude. Like, with the information we were given, come on. What else could it be?
Fair.
Like, this seems like a slam fucking dunk. Like, we were a bit more questioning with the last one. Like, I'm not exactly sure what happened. And we got, like, some parts right, some parts wrong. But this one seems obvious. What?
Monokuma appears! Wrong.
An illusion.
Whew.
I would just kick one of them.
No, violence to the headmaster.
Exactly. If I
Violation.
die, I picked the right one.
I don't know if it works that way, man.
Sure does.
Boy, tough crowd.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Like how- wow. He just leaves.
Hey! Hey!
Let's go.
I don't like that. I don't like the. No, it's more
Please.
aboard the train thing.
Pain train?
He just said train.
What the heck?
For serious in all caps. Force, like, when your defense is, I didn't do it for serious, it's not very good. Like, I can understand how Celeste thinks she's about to just go
Slam dunk.
Yeah, skipping out of this bitch.
Hey.
That's right.
I have to do it. Just do it. Nike, give me free stuff.
Anyone really give us free stuff?
No, not anyone. There's a lot of people who are like, yo, you want this stuff? I'd be like, no. Like, if Starbucks was like, yo, you want a bunch of coffee? I'd be like, no. What am I gonna do with that? I don't drink this shit.
Sell it on the black market.
I think I could sell it on just the regular market. But that sounds like work. This is about to look like a really empty elevator ride.
Still
Yeah,
got some
yeah.
people on it.
Yeah, it still looks like there's a decent amount of folks on there.
After a couple more, though, woof.
Maybe after the next one, depending on how many people fucking eat it. I'll bet you, I'm gonna put money on this. I'll bet you Sakura and Hina go down together.
Yeah.
Imagine when one dies, the other one dies.
Yeah, I don't want to. Because if not, one of them would be the murderer next.
Oh, but what if one of them killed the other one in a jealous rage?
Ooh.
And what if it was Hina killing Sakura?
It would be savage.
That would be savage.
Just the worst.
Wah-wah?
Come on.
Don't piss him off.
Yoo-hoo!
Deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Deadly everything. Yeah, we knew you were getting to a deadly class trial. Oh boy. Set these skills, son. Focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Effective during the non-stop debate, the hangman's gamble again. Oh, okay. What else we got? Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once during the bullet time battle. I don't have enough for both, do I?
No, what are the other ones?
Recovers more quickly. Increase the damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. I feel like I want to get rid of that one. Because I feel like the focus gauge recovering sounds...
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
And neutral, like, the other neutral liberation affects everything.
Yeah, it reduces the time, how fastly it decreases.
Right, so it refills faster and it drains slower.
Yeah, and it's lasts longer, basically.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll unequip that bad boy, equip that bad boy. Alright. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, the next hangout session, we'll probably get some skill points and we can
Let's
re-equip that
begin
one.
with a basic explanation
Hopefully.
of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who, then
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
punish everyone.
I know.
Now then, to begin
Class trial,
with,
class trial, class
We
trial.
already know who did it.
No, you don't. Shut up.
was that?
What's that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the
It was
murders
you,
took
bitch.
place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything
I'm
about
so glad
it.
that these are fully voice acted.
Yes.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Yes, suspiciously so.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many
Fat
times do I
setup.
have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No. Time to make an argument.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints,
I don't remember what the
suit
buttons
parts,
are.
They are all proof enough. that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Does it tell me what the buttons are?
RB for controls.
Control is cool. Oh, fuck, I forgot, like, does the silencer make a difference for us?
We're playing on easy, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, right?
I don't think we have to use it.
Fast forward B, fire truth bullet. Yeah, I remember that. Select truth bullet, concentrate. Okay, got it.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Hold on a second. Okay, so I just gotta wait till Celeste says blueprints.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
Gotcha. No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. I can't sound cool when I sound like this.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Oh, shifty eyes.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Obviously.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Yeah, plus you, like, if you're gonna make that claim, now you have to prove that claim.
Yep.
Otherwise, suck dicks.
Where's your evidence?
Yeah, would have evidence to do the fake shit. You know what? I'll bet you she breaks and stops doing like a fake
Oh,
French
that'd be so
accent.
good. That would be
oh
so
my god,
good.
that's amazing.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting.
No,
anyway.
you look. That defense right there. Sustained. Continue.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
Yes.
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Ooh, look at that. First, he's
got
finally
Rich Boy
not.
back up.
He's finally not being a dickhole.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Hero.
Here.
Is it like Hero said? Was there
No.
really
No.
someone running around in a second
You know-
suit?
You're so gullible.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So,
Of course,
who
he
was in
passes
the
it off to me.
Robo-Justice suit?
Dick. Right.
It's a messy bun.
I got it!
Obviously,
Other than
Illuminati.
Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
But you said it yourself, you don't think he's the murderer.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
He's some dumbass in a suit, running around like an asshole. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's right. The culprit
That's right.
in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
Surprise.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Ooh.
Of course.
You and testy
Before we
bitch.
get to that,
Yeah, you don't rush him along. He likes his foreplay.
there's
Yeah.
something else we need to clarify
That's what Jail
first.
hasn't figured out yet.
So let's get
Man
that
wants
out
some
of the way.
foreplay here.
Yeah, quit getting olive on his nuts. You gotta caress
him
him a
work
bit.
for it a bit.
Yeah, you gotta caress him a bit first.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things
He's a
have
little rich boy.
proper
He's got
order.
everything handed to him. It's not fun if it's
So
not work
what
for
is
now.
it?
Right.
What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto,
Yeah, Dolly.
can you tell us what they were?
And the tarp. But,
Blue tarp.
oh, wait.
I got it! I got it!
Got it!
They were a
Believe it.
dolly and a tarp, right?
Just stop making the comparison.
Come on, he's the
I know it is. It
he's
is,
the Naruto
it is,
of this
it is,
game.
It is, but stop making the comparison.
No, I have to.
So, let's see if I can explain.
I don't like seeing things from the Naruto.
This series. Because he's not Junpei yet.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
I want to know why Hifumi did this. I get, like, you're right, he's subservient to her, but, like, he's not so dumb as to realize that he can't get away with it.
Betrayed in some way, but
unless he was trying to, like, he was gonna, like, turn around and betray Celeste.
unless there was some other plan and like maybe he thought that like
he'd be able to run away with her, like when, yeah, something stupid.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right?
They as in multiple people?
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh? Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yeah.
Taka's body?
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Yeah, you're trying to do the whole throw us off because Hifumi's dead. Surprise, bitch, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Because he was in that room hiding behind a locked door.
Yep.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Oh, God.
And that's the dead giveaway
We
that
have
you're
all
trying
accepted
to
the
lie.
fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Except for I'm always the one to solve the case.
Yeah, you're literally... No, because she's a murderer. The blood stains.
Oh, God. Really?
Now?
Really?
Man,
Christ,
how
man.
Fucking... Is there like a reset on the timeline where we do this again in the same game?
I don't know, dude. Reloading. Starting its next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. There hasn't been really a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. Just locking onto them and pressing Y won't be enough to handle them. One bullet destroys a single remark. Once you're out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. Or you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on, you have to press the X button in time with the tempo marker. Now has a function along with A and Y.
Great. I'm waiting for the... Unless you're playing on...
And you will automatically reload at the start of fever time, your ammo will not decrease.
Oh, okay.
But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. Yes! See, fuck all you guys who want me to like, we're not playing in a fucking normal little bitch. Yeah, I do not want to even remotely deal with these bullshit
Mechanics.
garbage mechanics.
I get that that's why it's a video game. We're not here for it.
Yes, I want the story because the story is what I love about these sort of games.
Yep.
All right, cool. Don't have to worry about reloading. You just fire away.
Do your normal thing.
Yeah.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh no, you're gonna have to reload.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Reload.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies
I
will
can't
get you
see
nowhere.
it, so like, how do I?
Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
Oh,
You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Jesus, that was a goddamn mess.
Yep.
Exactly. If I had to actually deal with like a lot of the mechanics of that
If you're
fucking
asking
horse
for
shit,
proof that the dolly moved,
Wait, no, you said
I have
reload
it
that.
right here.
I did,
I
but
don't think you're ungentle.
I have to be.
Oh, why?
Because I thought.
You've been dealing with everything.
Initiative. I'll double check it after this. I
Yeah.
guess. Can I pause?
Not right now.
Okay. Nope. Hold on. Okay.
When I found the dolly in the
Whatever.
repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
I had to go through all that shit just to get to this point. God
There
damn
was
it.
a pool of blood
She
in
won't
the
listen to you.
equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly
berating
wheel's
you.
tread.
Fucking bitch.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on
I'm gonna
accident
kick her right in the
as they
stomach.
wheeled the body out of the room.
Jesus. Down a flight
And
of
as the
stairs.
blood dried
Hey,
in the
no,
tire,
I just said kick her in the
they
stomach.
moved the
Down a
body
flight
into
of
the
stairs.
repository.
Nah. I just want to hear the wind get knocked out of her.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Boom, bitch. Tish.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of
done.
robot is it?
I'm not sure that
Cosplay
really
one?
matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
But I'll let Makoto do that.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Couldn't bend over at the waist to pick up the body and put it on
Yep.
the dolly. Make your arguments.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room,
Yeah,
and from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Oh, what?
Oof.
Shoot!
Shoot!
I feel like we have enough time to just listen to
As
it
we know,
once through
Taka
and
was
speed
killed
up
in the
if we need
equipment
to.
room. And from there, the body was moved
No.
to the repository, correct?
Yeah,
There we go.
the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a
Bad.
handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Man, we're dangerously low on like health. And
I know, I
influence
saw
right
that.
now.
I saw that. I was
You're
like, ooh, is that from the
absolutely
Fever
right,
Time
but you
thing?
could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
But we
But
have
if you
failed
were
once and
wearing
it
that
just
suit,
refills
do you
the thing
think you
right
could
back to
actually
like
get
the
into a
start of where we
position like
failed.
that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yeah, you think Dum Dum who put the suit on?
Well, no, she's so fixated that he did it.
She's a Dum Dum.
Yeah.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Aw, dumb.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
when you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah,
With bodies on
totally
it?
impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yeah, you can't reach the latch.
I got it! I don't
Once
think
on, you could
taking off
never
the suit
take it
was an
off.
option.
Never.
If you
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
You were there, you saw the latch. God.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yeah.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Are you sure it's really, really okay in the eyes of the church for the gays to get married now? Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Because that's the kind
Just a
kind of
second,
person
if
she
you
seems like
please.
right now.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
He's not being dragged anywhere. He's hanging on his shoulders.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Man, you were really stuck on this graduating thing, ain't you?
Well, what wouldn't you?
You got in too deep, son.
Just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Yeah, but he said I decided to call him that just now. Yet the blueprints said Robo Justice.
Yeah.
So how would you be privy to that name if you just now came up with it?
Yeah.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt. Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Oh God.
Hold on a second.
It's still
Right?
far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Does that make you
Instead of
uncomfortable,
seizing
Celeste?
on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
And calm down, Ultimate Detective.
Perhaps.
right?
But where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line.
I don't disagree.
If this is
It
what
is a
it
pain
takes,
in my ass.
we have to do
I
it.
mean, let's face it, Sakura's the type of person that would rather
maybe we'll
punch
get
her
to
way
find
through
out
this.
where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
Robo Justice.
It also soon became clear that this
Where are my
same Robo
cigarettes?
Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by
No,
Byakuya
her
and
voice was
Toko,
that raspy
and then
and
went
tight
on to find
because she's
Hifumi
built
in the
her muscles
library.
up so big her vocal cords are flexed.
Nope. That's Bill. Where's my cigarettes?
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the
Deep
suspect.
cuts.
But not long after
Serve
leaving the
fresh.
nurse's office.
Ding!
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
and then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
No, that was
I left
Taka's.
Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the
Yeah, we
others know
figured
what
that
had
part out
happened.
pretty quick. Yeah. They're like, wait a second. There'd be 2.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This is partially on you guys being silly.
Yeah. Way to go, dum-dums.
But when we got there, we
I
discovered
like that you have the same
now
facial
Taka's
expression when we cut
body
back
had
to you.
also gone missing. Next thing
know
we
your
knew,
range.
we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Nope.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
He was lured down there at 6 a.m. and murdered. Yes! It's like a ghoul.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Wait, what is the...
So,
Am I able to... Yeah, No, goddammit. I want to do this. See, this is my bullet.
Going. That's it.
That's it, yeah. Causes effort uses a blow to the head. We thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. So is this a situation where I don't have to use the Monokuma file, but grab someone else's statement and contradict them with it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Let's go again.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Yeah.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing
So
of
I'm just
Justice
firing
Hammer
Monokuma
4.
file 3 at
See?
the hammer
So
numbering?
it's obvious Taka came after.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Okay.
I hope we can,
So,
whatever.
regarding, I
we'll try.
wonder if, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order the Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No.
Shoot!
No, it's not the stars. It's the hearts I have to worry about. The stars come back.
So, regarding Taka's...
the
I
order?
wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were
You
killed
don't
in.
think it's the order?
Fire it, fuck it. Who cares?
No.
Failed.
Looks like he failed.
You did it, guys. You failed.
That's right. Monokuma would be like, yo, dog, you fucked up. You wanna retry? Yeah. Yeah.
Is this...
I gotta keep a timer on, like, yes
I
or no.
refuse to give up yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's annoying that I have to go through this every time I fail, but
Whatever.
yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It could be way fucking worse. It could start the whole fucking trial over.
I like that they voted for Makoto.
So,
Like, yeah, you're right, it's not
I
here. It's you,
wonder if-
Makoto, even
Fuck
though we've
you.
been with you the
already
whole
know what
time.
order Taka came
We gotta
last.
grab...
Because of the numbering of...
It's true.
So,
that
alright, so we
Hifumi
know what we have to
Taka's
grab
death.
what order and
numbering.
shoot
So it's
the
obvious
numbering,
Taka came
or
after.
shoot or grab the numbering and shoot what order?
I guess.
No, which one?
I don't know.
So we grab.
I feel like we have to grab the second statement to shoot the first statement.
All right, we'll try it.
That would be
So,
my annoying guess of how
regarding,
this
I
game will
wonder
actually
if, or
take place.
perhaps it was... We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Damn.
No, that's wrong.
Get fucked.
No, that's wrong.
No, get fucked.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yeah.
Okay then,
Stops at 6.
let's see the proof.
God damn it! No, I hate this. Wristwatch. Okay.
Watch. No.
Wait.
W. There you go.
Do I have to do it in order?
Yeah.
Oh.
A. C. H.
Now I understand.
Yeah, because it has a square lit up for what
Okay.
letter you're trying to hit.
I got it. Taka's... See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Whoosh. Super Saiyan.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was
I mean,
killed
official
well before
approximation.
Hifumi.
Yeah, good guess.
And before Celeste was attacked this
Unless you
morning,
want to shove a fucking
which happened
thermometer in
around
his liver.
7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Man, Celeste, you're being pretty quiet.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
No. Celeste doesn't have an alibi.
Nah.
She was the only one who didn't have a second person with them.
Yep.
Like, if this is the thing, she's the thing.
Yep. Who doesn't have somebody to vouch for him?
Yeah, exactly.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
Wasn't dead.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
Stop saying wrong statements.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together,
Oh wait,
while
no.
everyone else
When you
was
guys
in the
discovered
equipment room,
what
correct?
you thought was his dead body the first time, you were all together.
Oh, yeah, that time.
Yeah.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that
Yeah.
any of us could have killed Hifumi
Not your
or
type.
moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Ah, we need to cast blame elsewhere.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Oh, that sounds like you're trying to diffuse the situation and deflect it to someone else. Or
So
something
instead of who,
Not
I
that you did
propose
it,
we start
of course
talking
not,
about
but-
how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
I'm actually,
Yeah, that's what the
I actually
story is.
agree with her here on like
That's true.
redirecting it to like.
We searched
"All right,
everywhere."
Well,
listen,
yeah, because
couldn't figure
also
out how
because
to
like
explain
her,
his
we
body
know that
disappearing.
Hifumi wasn't dead and he got back up. Once we've established that, it's like, oh, this whole thing got turned upside down.
Yep.
And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Ta-da!
Positive upbeat music
The
time.
dead body move moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Oh man, truth bomb dropped on y'all.
He was
Oh man, the camera's fun.
Surprise!
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Now you dum-dums get it.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Oh, it's not?
Aww.
Yeah, easy peasy, bro. Like, if I could do this my own way, this would already be over. But I have to do it like your backwards ass
Oh, yeah, we
roundabout
would have
way.
walked in
Are
and
you
dunked on
saying that
Celeste.
when we first found Hifumi
We'd
in the
be like,
nurse's
hey,
office,
Celeste.
Nailed
You
it.
know, I agree with
There's
you
a
about Hero
chance he
being the
was
guy, but
actually
there's one
still
thing that bugs
alive.
me. Can you help me figure out this?
It is impossible.
Yeah, that brings up this
Hifumi
good
was
point.
dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Please tell me I got it. God damn it. Please tell me I got it.
Are you saying that when we first
Found Hifumi, there's a chance
he was actually...
No, Hifumi was dead, without
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Fuck you. Break. I break you.
Was
I
the
must
body
break
discovery
you.
announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was.
We'll
The
break you
announcement
like
played
Mother
right
Russia
after we
breaks all.
discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Yeah, you and I slam dunked this one pretty hard. Like, right off the bat, we were like, nah.
Red flag.
Nah, this seems...
Red flag.
This seems bullshit.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
There was 2 announcements. Remember how far apart they were?
Yeah.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Alright, look, not, yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
he's in the room.
Exactly, you could ask him, but bitch, like, that's the best defense you can come up with? You were falling apart real quick.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
You got any words about
Well,
this?
it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
When both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Nailing it, guys. But I mean, we know that for, like, see, I don't know why they're so confused, because we knew that for an absolute fact, because he spoke to us.
Yeah.
Before he fucking bit it.
Yeah.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part
I mean, Monokuma assumed he was dead, but he had enough life to spit out, you know, to open his eyes and spit out a few words.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
And I'm sure Monokuma did it on purpose just to be like, let's spice this up a bit.
Yeah.
I like how this one went down.
Fun time.
I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Oh, I love watching you fucking unravel. Your poker face ain't so
smart.
Your poker face ain't so strong. So I was so hoping it was gonna be like a choose one of these 3 options. These for these glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
They were exactly the same?
other than the change in how it was positioned,
Fire.
there was no notable difference.
There we go.
Gotcha, bitch.
No, that's wrong.
Fucking Monokuma sitting there, clutching his belly like a fat fuck.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Thankfully, I didn't leave it there. Can you imagine this game allowed you to like not get all of the all the evidence and stuff? So you get to this point and you just have your dick in your hand like, I swear to God, just go to the trash can. I swear to God, there's one in the trash can.
There would have to be like a
One
meter
look
of how
at the
well he's done
bloodstain on the
overall.
cloth should make things clear.
Yeah.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth
those
is the
cuts.
same one that's on the digital camera,
Love
right?
those carts.
Yeah. A1.
And
yeah.
whose digital
A number
camera
one,
was
baby.
it? Hifumi's, of course.
And the fact that's Michigan, right?
Yeah.
That gives me great hope. That when we're good to go, that it'll just be like, look, don't worry, we're good. We are good to go.
Go to the store, buy the stuff.
Yes. Buy all the stuff, any of the stuff.
From Demon
And
Angel
know that it's gonna be
Pudgy
good.
Princess, I think.
I highly doubt
Pudgy
anyone
princess.
but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Damn.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So she scratches the fuck out of her lenses. Rich Boy obviously has Rich Boy solution.
Man, my glasses are so... Like, every time I actually clean them and look at them in good light, they're so fucked up.
So bad.
So fucked up. I need to go get new ones
LASIK was
so
the best
bad.
thing ever.
I just need to get that bathroom
So what
fixed so
you're
I know
saying
how much
is-
money I have to like
What
actually
exactly?
play around with and be like, okay, I can go get glasses.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Or just wait
the
till next
blood
week
on
when I
his
get paid
glasses
again
was
and be
wiped
like,
away
okay.
using his
There's
own
some glasses
glasses
money
cleaning
in there.
cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Why would you
But
clear his
who would
glasses?
benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that
Hero, just
Hifumi was
do me a
still
favor.
alive in
Shut
the
up.
nurse's
Yeah, just don't
office.
talk. If you just shut up, I will get you out of this. Just do not speak a fucking word. Yeah, I'm your lawyer right now. Shut up. Plead the fifth. Shut your fucking mouth.
Listen,
He
you don't
pretends
have to
be
take
dead.
the stand in your own
Then
trial.
when
Shut
he's
the
alone,
fuck up.
Shut the
he
fuck
wipes
up.
his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Has that ever gone well for someone?
Being their own attorney?
No. Well, no, being on
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it has.
the stand of their own trial.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. I'm sure they've
Because
been able to say
like, as far
something.
as I know, that's always a death sentence. Like, that always buries people.
I'm sure there's been somebody who said, like, who actually could answer a question that only they could answer, that everyone's like, oh, whoa, wait a sec.
They just nailed it.
Oh, I guess you didn't do that. This seems
And
silly.
with that, the impossible task
Yeah, I guess
of moving
statistically
his
there's gotta be at
copious
least one.
corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
By the way, did you know what I found out today?
What?
So speaking of that judgment stuff that I was talking about earlier,
Yeah.
Apparently, 99% of all cases that go to trial in Japan end for the prosecution.
Ew.
99%.
That doesn't look good.
No, it does not.
That looks real bad.
Right? Isn't that a scary thought that, like, if you fuck up in
Wait.
Japan, you're fucked
So, I guess,
almost every time?
I guess my thing is, though, is like, do they have an insanely low number of trials going on? Like, are they only really, like, hitting people that did something?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Because, like, I guess I can't, like, immediately hate that statistic because I'm viewing it through the lens of how American justice is applied, and we're sloppy as fuck. So, like, are they way more precise in who they're actually charging? Like, are there a lot of people that maybe the police stop and then they go, there's no charges to press on you, go away?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna look that up later.
But then,
Remind me.
if he was
Will
just
do.
pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, it was blood from the refrigerator.
There was transfusion blood in the fridge.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Okay, so let's say there's an emergency and you need a pack of blood. Do any of you know what to do with this?
Do you know your blood type?
Like, but even if you knew the blood type, do you know what to do with this?
Get it in a vein.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you. I obviously, like, if you were in the situation, I'd be like, don't worry, like, he knows enough that we'll get by just fine. But like, do they? Because personally, if let's say you weren't there and I was in the situation and she wasn't there, so it's like, I personally, no, I have no clue, no fucking idea. Do not look at me. I have no idea. Thanks for the blood, Monokuma, but this is not going to help me in any situation because I don't know what to do with it.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Softball.
I got it!
I guess that's like your opportunity to get some hearts back.
Yeah.
The softball question.
Yeah, they need to.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
It's like the music cut off.
Weird.
So, Hifumi wasn't
Got
just
really
another
intense
victim in
there.
this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it.
Oh, Jesus. Come on. We're going to go through this every single time someone is a murderer.
Yeah.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's more?
Slam dunk him.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Could it be?
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
No, God.
What? In his pants?
Joe, calm down.
Yes, his pants.
Like hers is like it's just like a dry statement. Like yes, his pants.
Yes, we had to reach inside his pants.
No, but she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it's like she's just like, yes, his pants. Go on.
Yep. Like
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been... I got it!
Yeah,
That's right.
They haven't been
Taka.
washed ever. They're a sentient being.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
He's not actually strong enough to walk around.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Because it's stupid.
That tongue.
It's time to make an argument about a broken wristwatch or Hifumi's glasses. Maybe some glasses clean
No,
and cloth.
none of those are
I
good.
don't fucking know. Let's see what they got
Huffy had the
to
note,
say.
right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
I ain't going around again. This music kind of reminds me of
No,
like
there
like a
absolutely is a
toned down
connection.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And like during that portion.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Hey, at least she's like
Yeah,
amiable.
like, hey, I have a question. You answered my question. I'm good.
Okay, you're right. Cool.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
I thought he was gonna say TikTok. I thought for sure he was gonna say TikTok.
No, he's not cool enough.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a
Shut
way
the
out.
fuck up.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
I mean, look, Hiro's kind of like Hina, like just naive and dumb, but like she's nice and cute, and he's just stupid and annoying.
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
But you know, he's just as naive and innocent as she is.
Huh?
For now.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Was that scrap of paper? Yo, 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 scrap of paper. I just had to give you 5 whole minutes to go over it. You never need that much time, but
Hey man, just in
I
case
appreciate
you're really
it.
analyzing it.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate it.
Got it!
This game is made to be possible
When
for
I searched
everybody.
Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then
Dunk.
Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Nailed it.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
In fact,
You're so smart.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
No.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Celeste.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true
That's more
killer.
likely the case.
He was killed in the
It's
repository.
like there's literally no one else.
So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the
You know
repository.
what none of you guys have done is the logical thing? Dogpile on the person that kept setting up the thing you already disproved. Hero being in that suit doing stuff.
Yeah.
Why would we not dogpile that person?
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's
Because we had to
missing
figure out
body.
these mysteries and
And they got
examine
a
them
call.
all closely.
And
In
they got
other
a call
words,
to
during that
detective item
time,
being missing.
none of us have
course.
alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Jesus.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Yeah, we have proof it's a spotless hammer.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
I am on his side of this,
Yeah,
with this
like-
one. I'm actually. He said it very meanly, but
Yeah.
I agree with that statement.
If I was in the room, I'm like, Monica,
I would
yes,
no. I would just been
but why such a dick about it?
no. My whole response would have just been second.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and
Who
tight.
said that? Scruffy.
Scruffy, the janitor.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar
Not the same.
instruments. But
Similar.
if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
No, why you? No, that's not the question. Shut up, Celeste. That's not the fucking question. Because Hero literally already explained it to you. You grabbed a hammer in that room, in the repository, and killed him with it and put it back.
He
Personally,
just didn't say it that
I
way.
haven't a clue.
'Cause he's dumb.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
They were just fucking red herrings.
Red herrings, yeah.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
But we already know what it is. It's for a fucking spotless hammer in the rip. There it is, spotless hammer. Nailed it.
Just gotta let us have the opportunity to shoot
What
the
was used to kill Hifumi?
spotless hammer.
That's what I feel like it is.
Justice Hammer 3.
Maybe
Maybe
we're-
Justice Hammer 4.
Like we have, like you said, we have enough time to hear the whole
whatever
thing
it
out.
was,
Yeah.
There's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
I don't hate her when
One thing
she's
seems
like
pretty
this.
clear.
I don't know if
The
it's actually a
murder
website.
weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
So let's see. All right, so I'll fire it at Sakura's statement. If that doesn't, then I think it should be. There has to be one of the Justice Hammers. We can go, no, it's the spotless hammer.
Yeah. So I feel like
What
we should
was
be able to
used
just.
To kill Hifumi.
Why can't I just be like, yo, spotless hammer, bro?
Shoot!
Whatever, dude. Yeah, take my heart. I don't care.
What was used to kill? Was it just maybe Justice Hammer?
Well, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying
And
it?
that could be it, but
No.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its
No.
appearance! Check out murdergear.com/.
Well, what? The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Yes.
And whoever did that
Nailed
was
it.
the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
What about a double murder?
Yeah, but we have already come to the conclusion that whoever he was working, whoever he was working with killed him.
Yeah.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
This is gonna be a roundabout one. It feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, the bullet spotless hammer. Yeah, I feel like that's not gonna work here.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Yeah.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
Just have it and see if
Yeah.
it contradicts the other. If not, we'll grab it.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
I feel like
Based
you
on
have
the
to
rules
grab
that
2
have been laid
murderers
out for us,
to refute the
even if
impossible.
more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act,
Assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
Those are the only
But
two
only
things that
in this case,
are on the
however,
board.
there were 2 murders.
That's my guess.
It's either that or the other way around. It's the only two things you can.
based on the rules that have been laid
Because I don't
out
think
for
Spotless
us,
Hammer works on either
even
of them.
if more
No.
than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. It's different when I say it compared to her.
And you're fucking
Since there were
a
2
murderer.
murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward.
Really?
benefit?
We're gonna go next explanation of this?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to
I
you.
feel like you made it more complicated.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And
Okay.
based on the case's
That was what was
events,
promised, and she
Hifumi would have been the
backstabbed
first
him.
one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Nailed
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Like, see, at this very moment, if I was Makoto, I would just look at Celeste and be like, do you not remember how
Do
fucking
explain.
cold-blooded and shark-eyed this bitch is?
Oh, Celeste,
You
you
think
could
so?
be so cool.
I can't
Right.
help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Alright, so we're in agreement that Kyoko is the ultimate detective.
Yeah.
Do we agree that she is here not because Monokuma put her here, but because she got in here?
Yeah,
Is she working for someone, with someone to try to take down whoever's behind Monokuma?
Yeah, she's intent. She knew what she was getting.
She got-
knew what she was getting.
She, like Dio, she put herself in the game, but not for nefarious purposes.
Well, technically nefarious purposes, at least from Monokuma's perspective.
Yeah, but fuck him. He's a dick. They give you 5 minutes to go through your evidence, but only 2 minutes to accuse someone?
Yeah.
J'accuse!
Here's my answer.
Got it.
It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yeah, it's the accent.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
See, I got this guy in my corner. He suspects you too. You're going down, bitch. See, she's like, uh-oh. Forgot about this guy.
What you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Correct.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
Is exactly why this works.
Yeah, I didn't say that you liked it.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
There it is. There it is. You lost the accent.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Dun 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 dun. Encountered this suspicious individual. Nobody else actually saw it or saw the shadow or anything.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Hey, fuck off, boy.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate you, Makoto.
Dude.
You're a little bitch.
Yeah, I would. You literally should have said, "Hey, fuck off, boy."
Boy.
Boy, fuck off. These nuts.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Unless it was supposed to be implied that Makoto cut him off.
Yeah.
Then I could understand his reaction of being pretty annoyed.
Yeah, but don't
If
don't
we
say
accept
adults are
that
talking
Hifumi
now.
was one
Neither
of the
you are
culprits,
fucking
we
adults.
can't
Everyone
help but
here's in high
suspect
school.
what
Yeah,
Celeste
either way,
has said
these
as
nuts.
well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
God,
Once
I want her
she'd
to have
done
some
her job
awful,
of getting us
shitty
all up to the
accent when she
physics
fully
lab,
starts speaking in it.
it was time for her partner to get to work.
Do you think she'll beg for her life?
No,
Or do you think she'll die with dignity?
no. I think she'll scream and curse all of you.
Ooh, yeah, probably. Because at the very least, Mondo took it like a man.
Yeah.
You were just like,
So
well,
that we would
here we go.
discover both
Strapped on
bodies
this
at
thing.
the same time?
See you guys later.
In fact,
Nothing
Celeste
left to
was
do.
precisely the
Take
one
this
who
last
proposed
ride.
that we split up.
Like a fucking man. Then he became butter. Delicious Mondo butter.
I mean, listen. I still think he could have done a solid enough to talk to, like, bro, you gotta live for us now.
Yeah, he could've. He should've. That would've been the
Yeah.
cool guy thing to do.
That would have saved Taka a lot of.
I don't know, that might have
getting
broke
conked on
Taka
the
even
head.
more.
I don't know, hearing it directly
Well,
from the horse's
if
mouth
Celeste
before he dies.
and Hifumi were working together,
But
all those
I feel
chance
like
events
culturally,
suddenly
it
become
would be
connected.
like the death wish there, like that's a whole thing, I think.
Maybe. It's very anime.
Yeah.
And on top of that, that piercing
Fits the
cry
game
of yours
perfectly.
early on.
Was Hifumi scream?
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
It didn't seem like a scream that would carry across the sea. It was like Princess Peach.
Yeah. Damn.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
But you wouldn't have known that unless 3 people had shown up and...
You wanted to
The
make sure
announcement
we
was
wouldn't
made.
have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Bitch, you got
Wouldn't
caught.
you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
I plead the 5th.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What is it, smart guy?
What are you talking about?
Am I gonna have to answer it for you?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Those guys.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I
Yeah, not that
don't
you were
really
there.
get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
I don't have to say shit. I plead the 5th.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Boy, didn't we just prove this? Like, why are we doing this? You literally just said it.
That's not
That
gonna be
seems
useful.
useless.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those guys died.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Other way around.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Shoot!
God damn it. Why did it make me go through the whole damn thing?
All I said was...
They must really be
enjoying the sight of us. They must be... We are going to die. And that is...
And that's all it takes. What was so
Strange about Celeste's comment?
Celeste's comment?
All I said was... They must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those...
Those guys.
No, we're not. You're gonna die like that.
Yeah, you're gonna die. No, you're gonna die worse than those guys did.
That's right.
I know.
There's no reason Celeste should have said,
Something to do
just
with
like those guys
slot
died.
machine or something, or roulette table.
What if
When she said that,
she's actually
none
here
of us had
she's
told her Taka was
the
dead.
best liar?
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until
And
after
what, she's
we
like,
were all out in
works
the
at a
hall.
cafe?
Yeah, I don't know. She's been lying this whole time.
So there was never
Not
any
Rose's
chance for
gambler.
her to have
This is
seen
fake
his body
persona.
in the equipment
Oh,
room
wow.
for herself.
Maybe.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Okay, but you
That's
could.
a little specific, but
Yeah, because you could be like, hey, look, guys is in like colloquial, like, you
Yeah.
know, all you guys.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer.
No, you're
Have you
dumb.
so quickly
It's giving past you because you're dumb.
You are the only
Yeah,
one
nobody cares.
who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In
How do you
other
know
words,
this?
It is an unassailable fact that this
Lies
is a
are cool.
picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I've been drinking.
Yep.
I got it!
Got him on his back.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Uh-oh.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
That's already been proven.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, Hero. I'm glad you caught up
Such a
20
thing.
minutes ago.
Is
Yeah.
utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh, great. Here we go. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
So it would be the costume, right?
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
holds
it's
itself
kinda
up.
Yeah, the
Okay.
shape of the costume. It doesn't
Right.
bend. Like it has very specific bend points.
You tried to make me
Unless it's
Like
the
I said,
blueprints,
as
but
you
I
can
doubt
see
that.
in the
Right.
picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
Gotcha!
No, that's wrong.
My eyes only have one ring, while yours has like 12.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Wasn't a
I'm
mistake.
not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
That's the face I wanted to see.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
like, well, uh-oh.
You got caught.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd
Oh,
specially
no.
designed
What am I
and
gonna
stuffed
do?
Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Here she goes. Yep. See you later.
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
You lost your
Celeste?
cool.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay
Your
dying?
accent's already slipping.
Yeah, I like how it's
Let it
going in
go.
and out.
Let it go.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
It's all bad now.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense.
Oh, now I'll have to check
Only making
his
things more
e-handbook to see his actual name.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Jesus.
Kyoko,
Aggressive.
what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Last names?
I got it!
Okay, sure. I don't remember.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance.
Wait, who did you say that
How
to?
isn't that a convenient explanation?
Both of them?
Yes. Just
No.
Oh,
There's
don't talk.
no
The
reason
adults
to
are
think he
talking.
would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Well, okay, then we'll look at Celeste's, because they've said the entire time in this game that's not your real name. That's not your real name.
Yeah, everyone's called her out
But
like,
the name
bitch,
he said
this is
doesn't
Japanese high
apply
school.
to
Fuck
anyone.
you.
That's not your real name.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think
You
you
didn't
take
think
your
this would ever
false
come up?
accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do I?
Right now?
What?
Yeah. You got a cold sweat going.
I think I've earned
Your
the
nose
right
disappeared.
to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Can I see your book, please? E-handbook all day, every day.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real
Everyone's still
name
like, this
is.
ain't your real name.
how many
Liar.
times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
It's upside down, backwards.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending.
I love
It's
it when
the
Master yells
truth.
at people.
And since you have no way
To contradict me.
Silence.
that's the only truth there is!
You
Moron!
had to use a silencer there, I think. Because the words were like,
Hifumi was
What is
trying to
the
tell us
silencer
something.
I
again?
forget.
A? Do I have to hit A on the thing? Hold A on the oh, it's like Y,
wanted
right?
us to know the killer's
wrong
last
button.
name.
This button.
Yasuhiro, if there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times? 9? Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since
You have no way to contradict.
Now you want to fire the actual thing. You
that's the only truth there is!
at the very beginning you had that moment that was clear from the silent
That wasn't from the silence. That was just from me
The thing
freezing it.
is, he wanted us to
Alright, so
know
I'm just
the
gonna
killers
freeze
if
it
there's
then.
one
Before
person.
it
It would
gets
have to
to
be
it.
you, Celeste.
right
How
before
many
yeah,
times? 9? Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since
You have no way to.
There you go. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
It's like we're actually running out of time here. Shit. Oop, hi, baby.
this is a long one, so cycling through it burns some time.
That's
Right?
it. The handbook.
what?
Yeah. Oh man. Forget we all had the indestructible handbook.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
All right, cool. Let's all cast our vote.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Celeste,
Nailed it.
can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
So we can get you murdered.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
In the form of a comic book.
That's gonna be a fucking mess.
It's gonna be a mess. Okay, so you got Celeste and Hifumi get together to talk the plan. They agree, right?
Wait, what?
This is them like shaking hands.
Okay, so wait, let's stop. Pause for a second. Let's go through all of our options. No, not that pause. Let's just
okay.
look at all the things we have.
All right, so we got Justice Hammer 4. We've
Yep.
got a ball.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
We just keep.
You got Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Justice Hammer 2. You have a backpack. A
Wow.
non-broken watch.
Agree.
That guy has some snacks.
3. Just number 3.
Just Hammer 3. 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Is the time. From a different thing.
Yeah.
Pushing dead body and dead bloody thing and taking a picture.
Okay.
All right, so they meet up. They agree. He jizzes in his pants from her touching him.
Yeah.
So Act 2.
The time,
Yeah.
1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m. Dum Dum comes in. What is he like? Yo, dog, what do you want? 'Cause nothing else seems to make sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he's like, yo, dog, what do you guys want? Oh, look, I got. So they put him in the suit.
Then the picture's taken.
They lock him up. Takes a picture of this.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. There, got him.
Yeah.
All right.
Act 3,
Act
it's
3
1 a.m.
starts.
with or 6 a.m. on the watch. The non-broken watch.
It's fast 6, and he's like, yo, dog, where is he? And he's like, swing, smack. Oh no, crack. Ha ha ha, got him. So then he loads up Taka's body.
No, not yet.
Oh wait, Bloody Hammer? No, that's the one that kills.
Yeah.
Hifumi. Wait, what hammer is he using? 4?
is left there.
Okay.
Put Justice Hammer
So
4
yeah, Justice
there.
Hammer 4. He grabs it off.
Oh, the ball's from the first one, at least.
Oh, is that what that is? The
Yeah.
crystal ball? Damn, why? Why even
They're
bother?
just trying to fuck with you.
Why even bother though?
Maybe what's gonna be fucked up is the very last one's gonna involve everything.
So they meet. They find Celeste. She's like, "Yo, some creepy shit's going on." They go there and they find him.
With Justice Hammer dose?
No, because that one was 4. This one would be 3. Because she was hit with
1, I thought. And he was hit with 2, I thought.
I mean, it can't really be anything else.
Because 3 killed him later in the nurse's office. But we haven't actually
When
got
does
to that part of
he
the comic.
move Taka?
That'll be coming up later.
Over here. Alright, so he
Yeah.
wraps up Taka here. Okay. So...
I think 3 goes there. Or no, 2 goes there.
Oh yeah, because okay, yeah. So I was hit with 2. Then they drop him off the nurse's office.
And then 3
then
goes
he
there.
throws blood everywhere. And leaves Justice Hammer with 3 behind. Tends to be dead. They find the bodies.
Pushing on.
Come on, man. Pushes him away. Unfolds him. I love you so much. And she's like, oh, got your ass.
The killer is you!
Not me.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
God damn it, it's so
Boom.
gross.
With an accomplice, the killer
It's the
was able
worst.
to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Tick, tick, tick. Time to die.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hero. The murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
That suit wounds, and that's pretty...
That's a dope suit.
Yeah, that's a pretty complicated
Next,
suit.
Hifumi positioned himself to make
Sophisticated.
it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
Gotta
They
get
called
'em.
Taka to the equipment room.
They're so creepy looking. Slam.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted
figured all
Justice
of
Hammer
this out.
2
Thank you.
and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
Dun-dun.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Rub, rub.
He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Where'd he get Justice
He
Hammer
let out
3
a scream
from?
to draw us back.
Who knows?
Like
And
his
when we
backpack?
Don't ask
That's what
questions
we
you don't want
found.
to know.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp.
I don't like the little,
and
like,
used the
marks
dolly
coming
to
off
move it
him in
all
that
the way
scene.
down
Yeah,
to
it's
the
gross.
repository.
Makes me think he just smells.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just all sweaty and smelly.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
I'm hoping I don't have to do like that stupid
Another fever.
fever time thing because I did it earlier. That was a weird.
Yeah.
Celeste! Sorry, you
Alright,
lose.
Look, they've never gone to this extent.
Yeah. New.
Yeah, they went pretty hard on that one for some reason.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh wow.
Okay, fair enough.
Going down with dignity.
Interesting.
Fight it out to the very, to like the point you're like, all right, I got nothing.
I got nothing else.
I tried.
My barrel's empty.
I
No more
I
bullets to
fought this
fire.
out to the point you literally just painted the picture.
I was like, ow, bunch of B's. There you go. There's a bunch of A's to make up for it. No. Yeah, I'll take that.
But you.
What?
Like one thing.
At this point, yeah, it's not that many things.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Yeah.
Who gets got?
We already know. Come on. Yay, guilty. Time to die.
What? Ta-da!
Honestly.
I knew it. So then,
give him that ass. Or at least promise it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Say what?
Just a second. In other words,
I almost felt bad for him there for a minute, like, oh, as usual, I'm out of the loop.
Indeed.
I see.
Actually,
What?
are you okay with this? So then,
Damnation! Say what?
as for me,
I wonder if she's telling the truth here, because she said she didn't lie. But look, she's already said that she wouldn't drag it out. You know what I mean? So
No,
like,
she's spinning a lie to him about Taka being threatened.
no, but remember, she
No.
said that I didn't have to lie to him to get him to help.
Ish.
She didn't say ish. She just said I didn't have to lie to him. So
We'll
maybe
see.
it's right.
Oh,
Well, right.
And she already
As for
admitted that she
me-
was one. So let's see.
So is it just like a half truth?
Yeah.
Is it a half truth, or did Taka actually steal it, or force her to steal it? Okay, no, I'm not agreeing to that at all.
Yeah.
damnation! Say what?
Please be the last
Yeah.
flashback of him.
Yeah, so he definitely, she lied to him about that.
Completely unforgivable!
Damn.
most unfortunate. Actually,
What?
indeed.
Completely.
Honestly,
I swear I will save her!
Yeah.
actually,
About that.
Hmm?
Wow, you disgust me.
Yeah.
I see.
indeed.
But
Hey, fair enough.
Let's see.
I mean, so yeah, like she made the right choice there.
Well,
Are you okay with this?
So she did promise the double murder.
Yep.
so in the end,
Yeah, why wouldn't she?
What the heck?
Well,
don't be mean!
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
But
You little bitch.
Damn.
Hey!
fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful?
Really? That's it? Oh, Jesus. That's what this is all for?
You're the worst.
To play out your fucking Lolita vampire fantasy?
Yep.
Babe, it's you. Babe, it's you. I was making them dress up like vampires and satisfy. See? God damn it.
This is fine.
I guess she's simple.
Yeah.
There is nothing to be done. Just the worst. Oh.
They're not friends. God damn, why do you keep using that word?
Because they're simple people.
Do you understand?
Yeah, you're what's called a psychopath.
No, sociopath. Too organized.
No, because sociopath is just a lack of empathy.
Yeah, that's what allows you to sacrifice others for.
Yeah, but this is straight murder.
Yeah, but she knows how to behave within the constraints of society to function within it.
What
She just
is
doesn't feel the
this?
same need to.
Fair enough. You're right.
As a genocide Jill is a psychopath.
Right.
She throws society off and goes, "I'm gonna fuck."
Yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey.
Life up until that point, though. Decadence.
Thrills, chills, kills! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I want that tattooed on me somewhere.
What?
I guess I'll let
It's punishment
Kyoko
time. Like above my dick. It seems like the obvious place to put it, but like I don't carry around a hammer, so it's not appropriate.
Or is it?
What?
Nope, it's not.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why...
Ooh, suspicious key.
Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
So glad the French accent is finally fully dropped.
Yeah, I mean, she actually went out like more of a G than fucking Mondo did. She's just like, yeah, alright. Time to go. Boy.
Oh, she gets her castle.
Yeah, you got your castle at least. Ooh.
Savage.
Oh, this is
savage.
I want like a plushie of which executioner Monokuma. Oh man, he just burns this bitch alive. That's fucked up.
Big time.
It's not even like unique. It's just like you're just doing some old school shit.
As savage as possible.
Yeah, you're just getting real savage with this shit. I guess this is what you get when you have some kind of weird vampire fantasy. What? You throw a fire truck at her too?
Those aren't even real. Oh, okay. So the fire was all staged.
Just throw a truck on top of her? I don't think the fire was staged because she was all sweaty. I think it's just the way it looks. Yeah, I think it was literally like, we're gonna burn you alive, and then we're gonna finish you off with a fire truck.
Just kidding.
We're like, they're not that cruel. But
We gambled.
we're still gonna crush you with the fire truck.
Extreme! What are you gonna do?
Let me out of here!
Too bad.
I can't wait till this shit gets explained.
I know.
I cannot
The
wait.
the wording is such.
It's too specific. Way too specific.
How strange.
Yeah, that was creepy.
You're real annoyed by that question, okay?
Hey! Hey!
None of your business. Fuck off.
Wah-wah?
So then, you...
Plot thickens, god damn it.
Ooh. Hey.
Ooh, how exciting.
Is she like an adult in a kid's body? Like, what's going on here? Like, some... God damn it! I don't like when the plot thickens and I don't know what the fuck's going on because I know this goes so... I know it goes 3 games deep.
Does this rabbit?
It goes 3 games deep. So it's like,
What
you know
answers
this
are
goes...
we getting when?
Exactly my point, Justin. God fucking damn it. How long do I have to wait to get answers to these fucking questions?
Hello. Well? See ya later!
So...
Yeah, that's where LT goes.
Hey.
Indeed. Hey.
What?
So...
Come on. What?
Please let me go.
Goodbye.
Well then.
It's because, like, listen, let's face it. If she's a spy, I'm an incompetent idiot that would tell you what she did.
Or she had to kill me.
Or I'm the spy, and clearly she's competent in handling that problem.
Yeah. She thinks I'm about to go fuck, though.
Okay.
Does that mean you're the top in the relationship, you know?
You already knew that.
You know she was the top?
Yeah. We're going with all the stereotypes
Shall we go?
possible.
Fair enough.
We're packing them on.
So then...
You really came.
Is there a way for me to...
No, you gotta finish this.
God damn it.
Yeah. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh. Do some Hagzord. Give me them files, son. Hack the Gibson.
However,
God damn it. You need to just tell me everything right now.
what? Indeed.
No, I think the implication we're having here is that he's worried about your safety. Yeah.
What?
Don't throw that responsibility on someone. Like, look, I didn't say that we're friends. Stop that.
It's true. That's fine.
Uh-oh. Mind blowers.
Correct.
Secret rooms? I don't know. Nope, wrong buttons. This button. Secret rooms. Oh my god! We're gonna find out what's there next time. This is a perfect place to do a fucking cliffhanger. Leave off. What's in the boys' bathroom? Besides poorly drawn boobs on the wall. Find out the answer to those things and next time. But until then, bye-bye.